Solomon, the wisest king to ever live, identified a specific form of madness. He did not call it anxiety. He did not call it depression. He called it the way of the sluggard. We often think of the sluggard as simply a lazy person, someone who sleeps too much. But Solomon saw something deeper. He saw that laziness is not a physical state, it is a psychological delusion. Proverbs 26, verse 13 says, "The sluggard says, 'There is a lion in the road. A fierce lion is in the streets.' Ask yourself, is there really a lion outside?" To the sluggard, the excuse feels real. The danger feels real. But Solomon reveals the hard truth. The lion is a hallucination created by your mind to justify staying in the safety of your bed. Why does the sluggard invent a lion? Because if there is a lion, then his inaction is actually wisdom. If there is a lion, then staying inside is prudence, not cowardice. This is the psychosis. You tell yourself you cannot start that business because the economy is bad. That is your lion. You tell yourself you cannot fix your relationship because you are too traumatized. That is your lion. You tell yourself you will start tomorrow when you feel better. The opportunity is waiting, but you have paralyzed yourself with a threat that you invented. Proverbs 26, verse 14, "As the door turns upon his hinges, so does the slothful upon his bed." Notice the mechanics here. A door is constantly moving. It swings back and forth. It covers distance, yet it never leaves its place. It is anchored to the frame. This is the trap of busy laziness. You are busy. You are researching. You are planning. You are watching videos about self-improvement. You are listening to this video right now. You are moving. But are you progressing, or are you just turning on your hinges? The sluggard loves motion because it feels like work. But real work requires leaving the doorframe. Real work requires stepping off the hinge and walking into the field. If you have been working on the same goal for 3 years with no fruit, check your hinges. You are swinging, not walking. Here is the darkest part of this profile. We assume lazy people have low self-esteem. Solomon disagrees. He argues that the lazy man is actually the most arrogant man in the room. Proverbs 26, verse 16, "The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men that can render reason." Have you ever noticed that the people doing the least are often the ones critiquing the most? The sluggard sits on the sidelines and critiques the players. He knows better than the boss. He knows better than the pastor. He knows better than the experts. "I would do it differently," he says from his couch. This arrogance is a defense mechanism. If he admits that the successful men are wise, he has to admit that he is failing. So, he convinces himself that everyone else is lucky, corrupt, or stupid. Do not fall into the trap of intellectual laziness. Do not be wise in your own eyes while your hands are empty. What is the end result of this psychology? It is not just a lack of money. It is an assault. Proverbs 24:30 says, "I went by the field of the slothful, and lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down." Entropy is the law of the universe. If you do nothing, things do not stay the same. They rot. Your marriage, your body, your skills, your spirit. If you are not actively building, the stone wall is already breaking, and then comes the consequence. Proverbs 6, verse 11, "So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man." Solomon describes poverty not as a condition, but as an intruder, an armed bandit. When you sleep on your potential, you are leaving the door unlocked for the bandit. It comes suddenly. You think you have time. The sluggard always thinks he has time. But the bandit is already at the door. How do we heal from this? We look down. Go to the ant, the sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. The ant has no guide, no overseer, and no ruler. Yet she provides her meat in the summer. The cure for the sluggard's psychosis is internal governance. Stop waiting for a boss to tell you to move. Stop waiting for motivation to strike you like lightning. Stop waiting for the fear of the lion to vanish. You must become the ruler of your own spirit. As you lay your head down to sleep tonight, let this be your prayer. Lord, break the illusion of the lion. Lord, take me off the hinges. Give me the spirit of the ant, diligent, quiet, and prepared. Sleep now, not as an escape from the work, but as a rest to prepare for the harvest. The field is waiting, the lion is a lie. You are free to walk.